As you know, as above, so below, we look to the skies to see the way the planets move against the backdrop of the stars, because that's what we've been doing for hundreds of thousands of years. And it gives us a little bit of a clue, an inkling as to what kind of uh, energies are playing out for us right here on Earth. And we've been doing it this way for so long now that it's actually a pretty reliable system. The coming week begins with Neptune entering Aries, and it ends with the full moon in Leo. Okay, the fiery vibes are kicking back up. We're going into Aries. We're going into Leo. Fire transforms. Like if you think about it, you catch something on fire, you're not ever going to get it to be the way it was before. Okay, so fire transforms, and while we are feeling that heat build, we have a series of conjunctions and quincunxes, which read like intensity and moments where we might need to adjust our outlook and our approach to how we're doing things. Hello, my friends. Welcome to Astro Insights. Today is Sunday, January 25, 2026. The sun is in Aquarius and the moon is in Taurus. And that can be a little bit of a challenging vibe, okay? To start the week off, especially. Aquarius likes us to socialize. It likes us to mingle with our social and civic allies, to plan actions and events. Taurus wants us to put down roots and focus on personal physical comfort. And these are both fixed signs, which tells me that this week is going to be an on task and in the game kind of week. And I encourage you to remain fixed on those high-minded ideals that have been influencing you and influencing us all of late. You know, I really believe we can achieve a lot under this sky. Tomorrow is Monday, the 26th. That's what you see right there. And that is the day when Neptune finally crosses the line into Aries to stay for the next approximately 15 years. Let me help you locate it on the chart here. If you're looking at the chart, at the extreme left side of the chart, you'll see the word Pisces, and you'll see the word Aries, and you see those two symbols that are right there in between them on the inside of the chart. The one on top is Saturn, and the one on the bottom is Neptune. And this is where Neptune is crossing into 0 degrees of Aries for the first time since 1861. All right? So tonight and tomorrow morning, Neptune, our planet for spirituality, for higher consciousness, compassion, artistic exploration, also our planet for confusion, illusion, delusion. Yeah, that Neptune, friends. Neptune crosses the line at the very end of the zodiac, at the end of Pisces, out of Pisces and into Aries, which is the very beginning of the zodiac. This is a big deal by itself. It's really just one small part of a massive shift in vibrations that is happening this year. And it starts here today, tomorrow, with a whole new approach to things like spirituality and consciousness, which is opening up to us, okay? Neptune comes into Aries, and many of our illusions are being burned away regarding religion, compassion, and collective consciousness. Those values we thought that everybody had, we're really finding out where their values lie, because not everybody has those same values when it comes to religion or faith, spirituality, compassion, and collective consciousness. And lacking those old illusions, we can now begin to see clearly what it is we think is worth standing up for, what we think we need to stand up for. We know by now, if you're paying attention to the world at all, along what lines the battle ahead is being laid out. And we are really getting ready to fight for our values on the collective level, all together. And this word, fight, I don't use it lightly, friends. This is not one of those times when we can hang back and coast by while our neighbors fight for their lives. The good news is not all fighting involves putting our bodies on the front line. We have to use our powers now for good. We have to use our powers for good. And we're finding all manner of creative ways to respond to the danger that hovers so close, looking for a way in. Neptune's entry into Aries shows us new ways to fight, using our powers to inspire artistic and creative ways of resisting, standing up for ourselves and our neighbors because we have faith in the principle that our communities make us stronger. Now, with Neptune and Aries, I expect to see people taking bold action on their spiritual principles and highest ideals. Neptune was about to enter Aries at the beginning of the American Civil War when John Brown did mischief at Harper's Ferry. So, uh, for those of you who are not Civil War history buffs, John Brown was a religious zealot, and he was an abolitionist, or a man against slavery from Kansas, which was a freedom state here in the United States. And Harper's Ferry, the mischief he did there, was the spark that set off the United States Civil War just 160 years ago, friends. I'm talking about John Brown and Harper's Ferry because this is the pitch of things in our country right now. One more act of unspeakable horror threatens and then succeeds to tip us over into a warlike mentality. And it's a war over idealism, it's a war over faith, it's a war over who benefits from the spoils of slavery. It's the same war we've been fighting loudly or quietly since the South surrendered, but only officially back in 1865. With Neptune in Aries, our value for collective spirituality is expressed through activism that seeks to make our dreams of collective security a reality. So, yeah, it's a bit of a big deal, friends. Neptune will be here in Aries for the next 13 or 14 years. Yay! We're truly entering a new era in human events. So, that's a lot to say about Monday, and that is the big deal of this week. On Tuesday, moving on to Tuesday, the moon moves on into Gemini, and our private life focus turns to our collaborative partnerships, plans, communication, and self-expression. And let me see, the moon is in the lower left-hand corner of the chart that I have up right now, and it is conjunct Uranus. So there, you can expect a little bit of the unexpected on Tuesday when the moon is leaving Taurus and moving into Gemini. Also that day, Mars makes its conjunction to Pluto. Mars and Pluto are in the upper left-hand corner, the top two planets you see there, and they are just right there together at the beginning of Aquarius. This is the final of several plutonic moments of revelation under pressure. This one can be challenging, friends. Fortunately, Mars is somewhat supported because Neptune has just crossed over into Aries, so they're sextile to one another. They're working together. Our actions can be creatively inspired. Whatever challenges you face this week, my guidance is to worry less about how it feels in the moment and think more about what the actions are that you need to take in response, okay? And then on Thursday, the 29th, Mercury is going to meet up with Venus in Aquarius. And they both just had their conjunctions to Pluto, and now they're having the same kind of conversation together. And you see those up in the upper left-hand corner too. Sun and Mercury are the sun looks like a circle with the dot in it, and Mercury looks like a little man with horns. Okay, so they are right there together on Thursday, and they both just had their conjunctions to Pluto. Now they're conjuncting each other. Intense. It's under pressure. Okay, it's about values and how we express them, even as our values may be growing and changing at this time. Later that day, the moon is going to move on into Cancer, where it's right at home, and the personal life focus becomes all about the personal life. So take care of your body, your home, and those you keep close. Fix and consume nourishing foods. Drink plenty of water when the moon is in Cancer. On Friday, Mercury has a conjunction with, not a conjunction. On Friday, Mercury has a conversation with Jupiter in Cancer that may help us see what we've been missing or misaligned with. Some of our blessings, are sort of out here waiting for us to come into alignment with them. Some of our blessings are out here waiting for us to figure out how to ask for them, basically, or figure out how to make ourselves ready for them. So at this point, don't adjust the blessing that is coming in. Okay, if you see the blessing, or if you don't know what the blessing is, don't try to decide like what it is or how it comes to you. Okay, adjust your plan, adjust the way you are going about things in a way that hopefully aligns you with a greater blessing. And then on Saturday, the 31st, Venus has the same conversation with Jupiter that Mercury just did. The guidance for this one is more like, don't adjust the blessing, just adjust your receptiveness to it. Okay, we need to be open. We need to practice receptiveness on a certain level. And then the moon moves on into Leo, where it will stay until Monday. Moon in Leo is your time to give and glow. Generosity starts with radiating warmth, and then seeing what you can do to brighten someone's day, or share the power that they need, share with them the power that they need to help them succeed. Next Sunday is February 1 already, and that's the full moon in Leo. It's a point of culmination where the moon is truly ruled by and fully reflective of the sun, offering us a chance to observe how it goes when we take the lead on things that are ours to do. That's what Leo is about. It's about showing leadership. It's about shining a light on the path. And then next Sunday and Monday, Imbolc, which is the midpoint celebration between solstice and equinox, begins with the full moon in Leo. And we will discuss more of that next week on Sunday, when I see you back here for Astro Insights. So please don't forget to subscribe. Thank you for being here. We just need a few more of you on here. So click the subscribe button for me, please. I appreciate it. I really value being able to bring this astrological information to you. Doing this for me for the past 4 or 5 years, has really helped me learn more about astrology, yes, but also it has just helped me become more articulate in general, and also articulate about astrology, which was the goal to begin with, friends. So I'm happy I get to be here and share it with you.